Hello, my name is Nafisa Black, and this is my Just Food philosophy for Nutrition 7722. When I had to think about it, the whole semester, it was just like I had no idea what my Just Food system was and where I stood with it. So it took me a while, and I made this process harder than it had to be. And Dr. Smith, thank you for your guidance because you asked me questions and started to teach me. You made me start thinking outside of the box because all of these assignments, I was in the box, focused on my perspective on what just food was, when really I was getting just food systems confused with food justice, because my stance is food justice. That's where I would like to go with my program and degree after I graduate from this from University of Memphis. So I had to delve into it. And one day I walked into Earth's Fair. This is like a lower end of Whole Food where they sell natural foods, and they have their Earth's Fair food philosophy written out on their wall. And it was simple. They said, we keep it simple. No antibiotics, no hormones, no additives, just fresh, clean food. And then it came to me, it's simple. We're making this harder than we have to. And that's when I came with, we're always looking for outside sources. We're looking for somebody bigger, higher up to save us and make things better. And we sit back and wait when really it starts with us. So this is where I came up with the idea, just food begins with you. The Just Food Begins With You philosophy focuses on each individual taking ownership in their role in creating a sustainable food community. It consists of four cornerstones. The four cornerstones of this philosophy are community, justice, self-reliance, and accountability. It begins with a grassroots initiative starting in your own community by learning, teaching, and informing, because ignorance is bliss. And when you know better, you do better. A bottom-up approach of getting back to our roots in relation to community-based food sheds, just like Martha Ballard in the 1880s. The second cornerstone of this philosophy will focus on food justice for economically challenged and marginalized individuals. Majority of food insecure households do not have the ability to practice food sustainability because their focus is strictly on where the next meal will be coming from. The third philosophy cornerstone is self-reliance, which will focus on teaching practices that an individual will be able to create their own food stead in case of emergency or a breakdown in current food practices, because majority of food programs are temporary fixes and do not remedy the problem. The fourth and last cornerstone, accountability, will focus on agriculture and the food industry's role in a just food system. Both industries will be interdependent of one another and streamline their practices regarding sustainability. The first cornerstone, community cornerstone, seeks for producers along with citizens to unite and create a self-sustaining union to transform food systems to be more sustainable and socially just. Under this new construct, food governance will be a grassroots, bottoms-up system that would allow citizens and producers to be the voice of sustainability and create the rules that are better suited for their current roles in the food system. The next philosophy cornerstone is justice. Justice focuses on equality for those that are food insecure and that do not have proper nutrition for a healthy and active way of life due to lack of economic, physical, and social access to food. Food justice is imperative for sustainability because many marginalized individuals are less likely to understand sustainability and the environment because they do not have access to sustainable food programs that their socially just counterparts in other economic statuses may have. The third cornerstone is self-reliance, and this correlates closely with justice, and this is where community cornerstone comes into play as well. With partnerships from local institutions of higher learning and community-based organizations, grassroots programs can be formed to educate community members and teach them the third cornerstone of self-reliance. A peer-reviewed article entitled Collaboration for Transformation, a Community Campus Engagement for Just and Sustainable Food Systems, focuses on a formed alliance between community-based organizations and local colleges or universities to develop effective solutions to current unjust and unsustainable food system practices. The restructuring of food production, distribution, value, and consumption can be attained with the background research, training, and engagement from academia and the organization's community programs. This collaboration creates a convergence of divergent ideas and individuals to achieve a common goal and provides training and builds networking opportunities for participating students, community members that may not otherwise have direct access to comprehensive tools and understanding of food systems to make better informed decisions. Making the food movement a community-based social effort. And under this one, I have an idea of what I call community fair utopia. This will be based out of urban and rural food deserts. And what would happen is they would turn community blight areas into neighborhood gardens that will grow food that will thrive in that area. And then these will generate funds and create opportunities in the neighborhood by farmers markets, food trucks, and restaurants. And you can help take care of those who don't have and those who are in lesser situations. And you can you don't have to pay for the food. You can volunteer with your time. And this is teaching self-reliance in neighborhoods that otherwise would not get this. And the fourth and last cornerstone that I would like to touch on is accountability. This cornerstone represents agriculture and food industry accountability. This philosophy will have a simplified, unified food system with agriculture and the food industry that would have the same subcomponents, but adjusted for their specific industries. The sustainable subcomponents will consist of environmental welfare, processing, operations, marketing and sales, pollution, and food waste. Agriculture produces the raw products and depends on the food industry to buy the raw goods and produce the final product. This is a basic supply and demand relationship. So this should be a relationship that works closely together to maintain sustainability. The food and agriculture industry, the agriculture industry and the food industry facets, the agriculture and food industry facets of food system models are more similar due to for-profit investments and government regulations, and are heavily dependent on the success of one another. Therefore, they should have the same subcomponents. This is a breakdown of my Just Food philosophy. I kind of went over on time, but I just felt that it was imperative to discuss in depth my thoughts and ideas. And thank you for your time, and have a good semester.